Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Crown Academy of English, and I'm here with another free English lesson for you. And today, as you can see on the screen, we're going to be talking about the present continuous tense. So let's get started. So we'll start by looking at the form of the present continuous tense to see how it is spelt, and so let's start. I am working, you are working, he, she, it is working, we are working, and they are working. So this is the form of the affirmative of the present continuous tense. And as you can see, there is a pattern to the structure. And can you see it? Well, let's have a close look. Let's have a detailed look. So, there you go. And you can see on the left-hand side, that is in fact the verb to be. And so the first part of the present continuous starts with the verb to be, and then at the end we have the verb itself in the ing form. So we take the ing form of the verb, and that's what makes up the present continuous. So verb to be plus ing form equals the present continuous. Okay, so the verb to be is on the left, so it's I am, you are, he, she, it is, we are, and they are. If you're not familiar with the verb to be, then I will shortly be doing another lesson on the verb to be. So, but it's a very easy verb to learn. And on the right hand side, the ing form, most of the ing forms simply just add the letters ing to the infinitive, okay? But there are a few exceptions, and again I'm doing another lesson probably tomorrow, in fact, regarding that, okay? But for today, then we'll just assume that, you know, it's going to be just a normal regular verb for the ing, okay? But what you need to really know is, what is important is that the continuous form is made up of the verb to be plus the ing form of the verb. So that's the affirmative on the left-hand side. That's what we've just seen. It's the I am working. Now the question form is, am I working? Are you working? Is he, she, it working? Are we working? And are they working? Okay. And as you can see, it's very simple to go from the affirmative to the question form. We simply reverse the verb to be part. So we reverse the two words which come from the verb to be. So I am becomes am I, and you are becomes are you, etc., etc. And obviously at the end, when we write it, we write the question mark as well to show that it's a question. So now the negative: I am not working, you are not working, he, she, it is not working, we are not working, and they are not working. So this is very simple again. We simply add the word not between the verb to be and the ing form of the verb. So for example, for the first line we go from I am working in the affirmative, and this becomes, in the negative, we add the word not between the verb to be and the ing form of the verb. So I am not working, you are not working, he, she, it is not working. Alright? So the important word here is the word not. And in the question form, again, as I said, we just reverse the verb to be, And the affirmative we've already seen, it's the verb to be plus the ing. Now let's look at the uses of the present continuous tense. So the main use, and this is the use probably 90% of the time, the main use is to describe a temporary action or some sort of action which is in progress. It's not completed, it's happening now. Okay, so there really is there's the idea of time. It's something that's happening now, it is current, it is in progress. So let's look at some examples. What are you doing? I am making a sandwich. And so here we cannot say I make a sandwich. All right, I make a sandwich is an example of the present simple tense. Okay, but here we are being asked. Somebody is asking us, "What are we doing?" So they're asking, "What are we doing now?" So we use the present continuous tense. I am making a sandwich. So we've got the verb to be plus the ing form of the verb making. You look sad. Why are you crying? Okay, so something is happening now. There's an observation. I have observed that somebody looks sad. So it's happening now. Why are you crying? So we use the present continuous. It's in progress and it's probably temporary. The person probably isn't going to be crying all the time. But now they are crying. So we use the present continuous. So it would be wrong to say, why do you cry? Why do you cry here is wrong. Okay, why do you cry? That is the present simple. And this is a very, very common mistake. Very often non-English people make this mistake a lot. Okay, so if you can get this right, if you can correct this, then it will really make a big improvement to your level of English. Okay, so it's very important when you are talking about something that is happening now, you must use the present continuous. The dog is in the garden. He is chasing the cat. So we're talking about the dog. He's in the garden now. Right now he's in the garden. And so we use the present continuous to describe what he's doing. He is chasing the cat. We do not say he chases the cat. Again, that is present simple. And present simple is used for describing facts. Okay, and something that is happening permanently. Okay, but we're not going to talk about the present simple in today's lesson. But if you would like to see my lesson on the present simple, then check out my other videos. I have a very good video which explains the present simple. So the second main use of the present continuous is to describe something which is evolving over time, even if it is over a long period of time, and something that expresses progressive change. So let's have a look at some examples. I need to go on a diet. I am getting fatter. So this is the progressive part. Over time, I am getting fatter. I'm becoming more fat. So we use the present continuous. Okay, so I am getting fatter, maybe over a few months, maybe over a few years. But there is the idea that something is evolving. Okay, there's progressive change. So we must use the present continuous tense. So we cannot say I get fatter. Okay, I get fatter is wrong. Again, the climate is getting warmer, so we can talk about global warming. So we're talking in general that over time, over the past few years, the climate is getting warmer. So we use the present continuous to express this idea. and it is wrong. So we do not use the present simple. We do not say the climate gets warmer. The price of gold is increasing. Again, present continuous. And we do not say the price of gold increases. We can also use the present continuous to describe the future in terms of future plans and arrangements. So if we're planning something in the future, then we can use the present continuous. For example, what are you doing tonight? Okay. So tonight is expressing the future, and so we can use the present continuous. So what are you doing tonight? We do not say what do you do tonight. That is a very big mistake. Okay, so we never use the present simple when discussing plans for the future. I am going to Italy next week. Again, this is the present continuous, and we're talking about next week. And I go to Italy next week. That would be wrong. We do not use the present simple. What bar are we going to for drinks tomorrow? So here is the here we have a question. In fact, we're using the present continuous in the question form. And here it is here. What bar are we going to? Okay, so this is the present continuous. And it's tomorrow, so this is an example of future plans. And we do not say, what bar do we go to for drinks tomorrow? Okay, so we can use the present continuous also for expressing physical feelings. Okay, so for example, we can ask somebody, how are you feeling? Okay, and also this is quite an exception, but how do you feel is also correct. So this particular use, so for describing physical feelings, we can use both the present continuous and the present simple. Both present tenses are correct for physical feelings. For all physical feelings, we can use both. Okay, so the meaning is exactly the same. If we say to somebody, how are you feeling? How do you feel? It means exactly the same, and both are completely correct. My tooth is hurting. My tooth hurts. Both are fine, present simple or present continuous. My head is aching, or my head aches. So the first one is the present continuous, and the second one is the present simple. So for physical feelings, physical pain or feelings or sensations, we can use either the present continuous or the present simple. Right, so we have some examples, some exercises for you. So for this example, this exercise, you're going to need some pen and paper. So if you don't have some pen and paper, just pause the video now and go and get one. Okay, so on this exercise, I need you to find the two words which would make a correct present continuous form in the affirmative. So, for example, here is the answer. So the verb in brackets, this is the verb that I would like you to use, that I want you to put in the present continuous form. Okay, so there are 5 questions which are about to follow. You will see the question appear on the screen, and then you will have 10 seconds to find the answer. Okay, so if you don't think 10 seconds is long enough for you, when you see the question, just pause the video. Okay? So here you go. Question 1. You are drinking too much. Question 2. David is eating all the chocolate cake. Question 3. We are getting married next week. Question 4. My parents are talking with the neighbour. Question 5. The cat is sleeping in his basket. Okay, so that is the end of these exercises. Just a couple of comments. Here, question 3, we are getting married next week. Okay, so as always, with the first part, we are, this is the verb to be. And if you notice, get is the infinitive. But see, when we go to the ing form, when we create the ing form for the verb get, we don't just add ing, we add an extra t, and then we add ing. And so that is an example of a verb with different rules and exceptions. Okay, so as I said earlier, look at my other videos. Tomorrow I'm going to do a video on this to explain the different rules for creating the ing form for different verbs. Okay, there are a few rules and exceptions. All right. What else can we say here? The rest of them are pretty standard. Okay, so this is the same exercise, except this time I want you to fill in the gaps to make the questions. So I want you to make questions using the present continuous tense. Example. So the answer would be, am I wearing a warm coat? Okay, so it must be I, because I is the only form in the verb to be which takes am. Okay, and ing is the ing form. Wearing is the ing form of the verb to wear. Okay, so let's start. Get ready. Here is question 1. Are you listening to the teacher? Question 2. Is the Prime Minister making the right decision? Question 3. Are we selling a lot of newspapers today? Question 4. Are my parents coming to the theatre with us? And question 5, am I studying enough for my exams? Okay, so this was an exercise for making questions using the present continuous tense. Just one comment here. If you look at question 4, you can see the verb, we want to make a question out of the verb to come. Okay, so we want to create the ing form of the verb to come. And if you notice, the word to come ends, the last letter is a letter E. Okay, so the rule is if a verb ends in a letter E, we delete the letter E and then we add ing. Okay, so that is one of the exceptions. So another example would be the verb to make. We can see another verb here also ends in a letter E. So we delete the letter E and then we add ing. Okay, and the others are all regular. Study, studying, sell, selling, listen, listening, and wear, wearing. So you can see most of the time it is very simple. You just add ing, but there are just a few exceptions like the verbs ending in E, for example. There are other exceptions as well. But this time, same exercise, except this time I want you to find and make a negative form from the verbs. So here is an example. I am not snoring loudly. Okay, so that is a negative form of the verb to snore. Okay, are you ready? Question 1. You are not carrying a lot of bags. Question 2. David is not working hard enough today. Question 3. We are not going to the cinema this evening. Question 4 with my parents are not arguing. Question 5. I am not winning. Okay, so this is the end of the exercise to make a negative form in the present continuous. Most of them are regular ones. The first one you can see is in fact an exception, and we saw it earlier. If the verb ends in a letter E, we delete the letter E and then we add ing to the end. So snoring. Okay, this is regular. Carry becomes carrying, work becomes working, go becomes going. This one is irregular, it's an exception. The verb ends in E, so we delete the letter E and then we add ing. So argue becomes arguing. And question 5 is another exception, one we haven't seen before. So if the verb has one syllable and ends in a single vowel and a single consonant, so we have a single vowel and a single consonant, an I and an N, then we double the consonant and then we add ing. Okay, so double a consonant means we add another letter N. So we put another N at the end of win here, and then we add ing. Okay, so that is in the case for any word which is one syllable and the last two letters are a single vowel and a single consonant. All right, there are a few other examples, like to get. I can't think of any others. Run. So to run becomes running with a double N in the middle. Getting is G-E-T-T. So those are some other exceptions as well. And obviously for the negative form, the most important word is this one, the word not. So the negative form, we put the word not in between the to be verb and the ing verb. So the word not goes right in the middle. Not, not, not. Okay, so the last exercise of the day, the last exercise is which of the following sentences are correct based on the context. So this exercise, in fact, is to find the right sentence, the right form of the present tense. Should we use the present simple or should we use the present continuous? Example. Do you go to the concert next week? Or are you going to the concert next week? So the exercise is to tell me which of those two sentences is correct. And yes, so which one is correct? And the answer is, it's the second one. Okay, so we are talking about future plans. We saw that earlier in the lesson. We are talking about future plans, and so we use the present continuous. Are you going to the concert next week? Okay, so you're ready? I think there are three questions to this, three exercises. Here we go. Question 1. And as we saw earlier, this is an example of a physical feeling, okay? Physical symptoms, physical sensations, physical feelings. And as we said earlier, you can choose either the present continuous or the present simple. Both are perfectly fine. Both is exactly the same meaning. Question 2. So the first one is correct. We are saying that Mark is upstairs. So we are talking about something that is happening now. Okay, it's something which is in progress. So we use the present continuous. So we say he is playing with his toys. We do not say he plays with his toys. So we do not use the present simple to describe something an action which is happening right now. And the last question. Okay, so in this last example, we do not use the present continuous because we are talking about, we are expressing a fact. We are discussing something which happens regularly. Okay, this isn't something that's in the future. We are saying every week. Okay, every week we play football. Okay, so it's a fact. It's something which happens permanently. So we use the present simple in this instance. We do not use the present continuous. Okay, so we do not say I am playing football every week. That would be wrong. Okay, if we wanted to say that we are going to play football next week, then yes, we can use, this would be correct. If we wanted to say I am playing football next week, that is fine. Okay, but the fact that we're talking about every week, it means it's something which is happening regularly and permanently. So we can only use the present simple. All right. As I said before, for more information, for a more detailed lesson and exercises for using the present simple, check out my other videos. I have an excellent video all about the present simple. Okay, so that's the end of the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoy giving it. If you would like more free English lessons, I'm creating new videos, 2, 3, 4 lessons a week. Okay, so there's going to be lots of content, lots of fun exercises, lots of practical examples. I hope lots of help for you. So please subscribe to my channel, and then you will be kept up to date with all my new videos which are coming out. Also, please like this video. Click on the little like thumb if you like it. That will help encourage me to do more videos, to do more lessons. And leave a comment as well. If you've got a question, then please leave a question below, and I'll answer it as soon as I can. So please sort of introduce yourself and ask any questions you might have. All right. Well, thanks very much. This is the end of the lesson. Thanks.